Well, I took that piece off the top of the sleeper. I didn't film it mainly because I didn't think about it until after I had it off and was coming down the ladder. But it's off there. Now I just gotta prep that to move and secure everything that I don't want to fall over to the wall. So that's why I got straps, tie downs, stuff I can screw to the wall with eyelets. So we'll get that done, and then I'll be ready to move tonight or tomorrow. And now without that piece on there, we're just over 14 foot, close enough to legal. Well, it's moving day for this trailer. Move it over to the other yard where I'm going to park them. Make sure all the lights are working. Well, not all the lights on the trailer work, but the important ones. Only have a couple of miles, so I'm not going out on the highway, so I ain't too worried about all the lights working. To be legal, I had to put stickers on the door that says not for hire to be able to run these private plates. Flashers. I don't know if it shows up in the video. All the cab marker lights on top are on. Need to find some new housings. These are those plastic ones that had the chrome finish, and I want to keep the old school dark amber glass, but I want to go with some newer housings. I'll take this and drop it off, and then come back and pick that up and take it over. So let's get going. Camera mount in the truck yet, and I don't have a GoPro. I have that Casso or Acasso or something like this, and I don't have it mounted either. So when I mount it or buy GoPros, whatever way I go, I want to hardwire them so they have a constant power supply. I keep hearing people talking about how they hate changing batteries, so I figured, well, heck, if I could figure out the voltage and hardwire hardwire a line in so each one's plugged in, I wonder if they'll work. So I gotta do some testing. I have to buy a couple of cameras and do some testing with them. That's what I want, is so I don't have to change out batteries. Because last year when I did videos with the other truck, change out batteries halfway through my trip just to make the one direction. washboard again. Even though this is a 251-inch wheelbase, it rides better than my short cab over. At least it doesn't ride too bad. Better when it's loaded. Speedograph, or whatever the heck you want to call it. It says tachograph on it, but the stupid thing's broke. And I tried to replace the cable and just twisted it right off. You know, that was several years ago. So I'm going to change out the whole dash panel to something that's got round gauges and do away with that thing. I'll keep it in case I sell it and someone wants the original dash. That little tachograph and everything, but I'm going to change it out to some round gauges. Dang, I should have grabbed my water. 86 degrees today, working out in the sun, trying to get this thing ready to move. Didn't drink enough water, so I grabbed a couple of bottles from the store, nice and cold, and I'd left them in the pickup. Respectful and honor his request. Oops, sorry about that. Trying to shift, hold the camera, and hold on to the steering wheel. How this, well, cab overs in general bounce quite a bit. I'll have to figure out the best camera that can eliminate updating to a different iPhone. I could do that, but I don't want to spend that much money on another iPhone after I spend a crap load on this one. But it doesn't do movement very well. Shelving in the trailer and stuff on the shelves. I put 4-inch strips of plywood on the front of the shelf so I have a lip so things wouldn't fall off. I don't want all this stuff on the floor. Oh, I got a call coming in. I'll be back. All right. Well, I'm back. I had a phone call and then dropped the trailer where I'm parking this at. Now I'm going back for the other one with the 389 on it. So, head back over there. Try not to go too fast down this road past these houses. Stuff left to do to this truck before I can even think about getting it DOT legal, like change the windshield. I want to change every hose on the motor. Here, let me flip this around so I'm looking at myself. Whew, that's an ugly one. No, I want to change all the hoses on the motor. And then I want to change all the 7-wire from the cab all the way to the back of the frame. It's spliced together a few times. And then the rubber hoses, the air lines, they're all dry rot, cracked out. So I got enough to do all those. I changed them over. Most of it's a hard line. Can't do it where I was at unless I'm doing it outside in the dirt and the heat and the weather. So where I'm taking it to, I have access to the shop, kinda, just for a little while. Not something that's going to be stuck in there for days at a time, but we'll be able to. Trailer. Woohoo! Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Oops. What this guy's doing. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Oh, let's check this mail. audio. Oops. Catch the horses, but dang, it's rough right there. Bounce all over the place. Come over and follow me after I hook up to this trailer, and then she can bring me back to get my pickup, so that way I don't have to walk my chubby, super fluffy butt back over here. Be right back. All right, well, we're back. I got to take these flaps off, pull the bungee cord off that holds the two flaps in. I just have the hook going through the end of the flap. It was quick, easy, so they don't bat wing on me. But that upper deck, the Kingpin, is too close to the trailer. This is a hot shot setup, so it's designed for like a pickup, 1 ton, 1.5 ton. But it's got a Kingpin, and there's not enough distance between that Kingpin and the frame. So then the mud flaps will hang up and break. So we take them off. Well, I am leaking a little bit. Not much. Looks like it's coming from the driver's side. driver's side of the motor. I'll have to look into that, see what it is. But, oh shoot. Trying to do this one-handed. Now with being at the other shop, I'll be able to get this in, do that wheel seal and brakes, get that other tire on here, change out those half cans to maxis. I don't like it that one axle is all, when you set the brakes, only one axle locks up. I want both. So change those out. Then I'll put the different mud flap hangers. And then the whole back end's going to be changed, because eventually there's going to be a plate. There'll be a plate that goes down. There'll be a pedal hitch. There'll be a receiver hitch for like the pickups. So then I can put this in, pull a trailer, pedal hitch to pull whatever I need that requires a pedal hitch, and be versatile. Be able to do a bunch of different things. And I want to get a headache rack that's got some storage in it. Backed under there. third time's a charm. I put it on airplane mode because I'm filming or videoing with my camera, my cell phone camera, and people keep sending me messages and trying to call. So I put it on airplane mode so I'm not interrupted. But now it's getting darker, we can see the lights are working. Miss all my trucks. Had a few of these cab overs at one time, and like last time, someone asked why I didn't hook up the airlines. There are no airlines on this trailer. This is a hot shot trailer, and it's electric over hydraulic brakes, which is fine for what it's used for. This is all I'm really gonna haul with it. That's it. This is why I bought the dang trailer, just so I could put this stuff on. But yeah, see how close those are? If I had turned, it would have ripped them up. Mud flap hangers would have caught. But let's make sure everything's good. Tight. Oh yeah. Lights are working. That one's not flashing. I gotta look into that and figure out why it's not hooked up. There's marker light. Tires. I took the little spoiler off the top of that sleeper because with it on there, we were at 15, 4 3/4. Ooh, we've got some lightning. Seen some flashes. I better hurry up and get this over there. But I'm waiting for my friend to show up so she can follow me and then bring me back. And yes, I put padlocks on them. These are the cam lock style. Some people are telling me those are illegal. If they're illegal, then why do we sell them? Why do we still use them? But I didn't want someone to steal them, so I put the padlocks on them. We used to do that at a trucking company out of Oregon where people were stealing our tarps, and so we'd put a strap over them, put them on the trailer, the deck of the trailer, usually on top of our ladder, and then put a strap over them, cinch it down tight, and then put a chain and binder and a padlock. So if they were going to steal our tarps, they really had to work at it. The only issue I had was other people from the same company stealing my tarps. Oh, I forgot to put that light back in because all the locks were keyed the same that they gave us. Pretty soon I'll find a truck, put this cab and sleeper on, and fuel tanks, and then build that. It had an accident. I don't know who was driving it, but they wouldn't tell me much about the accident. So, but the frame horns are cracked. Yeah, it had some damage to that side, so they hit something really hard. And the frame's tweaked in a few spots, so I can't use that part of the frame unless I have it straightened. Which a fella in Minot who works for an outfit says that they can straighten it if I take the cab and sleeper off, pull all the accessories off the frame, and bring them the chassis, that they can straighten it. So I'm debating. There's a company back east, I can't remember exactly where, Vermont, New Hampshire, somewhere in there, that will bend up the frame rails to replace both rails for me. Kind of spendy, but I think it's worth it. That's the drum deck that used to be on here. And then the fifth wheel plate that was sitting back here in the corner, it's on there. Got that done yesterday. 6-inch. I don't want anything any bigger. That's big enough. Oh, there's Jenna. Showed up. Alright, well, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, here we go. That showed up, that's my friend Jenna. Her and her kids came over to follow me to where I'm going, and then they're gonna bring me back so I can get my pickup. So I guess I'm gonna have to offer to take them all out for dinner. Pizza sounds real good. Kids like pizza, right? Come through here in a while. Hopefully we don't see one this year. Right. Asked him for one of the other videos. There's a local guy that he knows who I am, so he asked me what motor is in that truck. Well, this is the Big Cam, it's a Cummins Big Cam 3. Originally it was a 400 horsepower, but I was told that they pumped it up when they rebuilt it. But I never got any paperwork on it, so I don't know. Flat moves. Got a 13-speed transmission. Not sure what the gear ratio is. There's a couple of numbers stamped on the pumpkins, or I mean on the drop-ins. Thought I saw 355s, which I think is the actual ratio, and then I thought 336 or 332 is also stamped on there. I don't know what that number is for. Dakota, pulling my mother's fifth wheel back in 2019. Forgot that trailer was behind me, just cruising down the freeway 80 miles an hour until I got pulled over. Cop says a little fast for a commercial vehicle. I was like, no sir, got a permit, and it says not for hire on the door. So it's a private vehicle. It's not considered a commercial vehicle. And the way the lady at Boise explained it, it would be similar to driving a motorhome. So he said, keep it under 80, let me go. Sure like driving it. Looking at the camera and the video, the video shows it as lighter than it actually is. It's kind of a little darker. Get over here, get parked. We're not that far away. the iPhone told me that storage is full and it shut off while I was trying to film about a half mile before where we dropped the truck off, and then Jenna and her kids brought me back over to get my pickup, and it just started storming like crazy, the wind blowing. I love this weather. And Jenna's daughter said something about tornado warning. Wouldn't surprise me. I think I jinxed myself by saying we hadn't seen a tornado in a while. Yeah, on those, I thought to myself when I was looking at the truck that, well, let me turn this around. I thought to myself when I was walking around the truck that those mud flaps were sitting on the tank. Don't forget them. Oops. That's what I did. I forgot them. We made it over to where I parked it, and there was one flap on the tank, and we were missing one. So halfway back, we found it sitting in the middle of the dirt road. Someone ran it over. Whoops. But, oh well. It is what it is. I got it to where I need it to be. Now I can figure out my next plan. Maybe move on to bigger, better, more profitable things. But first things first, go home, take a hot shower, because I got dirt everywhere from this wind. And take a hot shower and then figure out what I'm going to cook for dinner. Maybe I should hit fast food real quick in case we lose our power. I don't have any camping gear with me. But sorry about the interruption in video and lost footage. Seems to be a common occurrence with this iPhone. But I'll film more. And it might be a few days, but almost done. Driving down the same road I did with the truck, heading back over to the truck to get the other mud flap because I don't have, it's just sitting there, so I don't want it to come up missing. Light show. I think it was right in here where the video crapped out. It said storage is full. No. Recorded anyway. It looks like most of the storm's already passed over, so don't worry about it. That's the reflection of the gauges in the window. We get quite the lightning shows out here from time to time. back in a bit. Well, both my trucks and both trailers are sitting here now. Back where I parked them before, or parked the cab over before. I'll be able to work on it. Pick up that flap and go home.